I've decided I'm going to vlog this week. Just my reading, my productivity and all of that kind of thing. I'm currently reading 2 books. Actually, technically I'm currently reading 4 books, but one of them's an audiobook and one of them I'm using for self-study because I'm missing university. But the 2 fiction books that I'm physically reading are Priority Orange Tree, which I'm hoping I might finish today because I've only got 100 pages left, and The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. I want to get these finished before the end of September because October feels like a classics month ready for Halloween because I've got both Frankenstein and Dracula to read. But right now I'm just sitting with my laptop here working out a weekly agenda because I've got some really fun stuff to do, like sorting out council tax. But let's just see where this week goes. Ignore my hair, I need to wash it. But it is now Sunday. I finished The Prayer of the Orange Tree last night, and a 5-star book. I highly recommend if you like fantasy and sapphic reads, you read it. The world building is incredible. At points it's a little bit confusing, but it does pick up and you can understand it afterwards. So I'm now just reading The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo and listening to Circe. But what I came on to say is, I've just built my old bookshelves up. I've had to rearrange my living room. But I've got screws coming for another set of these black ones, so I can build those today as well. I was going to film it and time-lapse it. However, I was on call to my partner at the time and filming it just felt weird. So, but yeah, I'm now going to tie my hair up and start putting my partner's books onto this shelf and finally unstacking my books. Hopefully, oh, that's a flattering angle. Hopefully today I will get time to read, but bookshelves have, oh my god, I look terrible. Bookshelves have taken priority, which is annoying because I wanted to get like at least halfway through Evelyn today, but that's not happening now, so yeah, I'll catch up with you once I've got a bit more work done. It is now fairly late in the evening. My hair has not got any better because I've not washed it. I'm going to do it in the morning. But I have read another 50 pages, 60 pages in fact, of Evelyn Hugo. And I know this goddamn book is going to keep me up all night. I've got things to be doing tomorrow. Well, technically they're only admin things, so it's not too bad. Maybe I am going to stay up all night reading. Or most of the night, because I don't think I'm going to stay up all night. Because I'm too tired for that, but I need to know what happens. I am on to her second husband. And it's juicy. It's so juicy. I was not expecting it to take the turn it did. Then again, I went into this not knowing much about it. Just knowing that I love Taylor Jenkins Reid's writing. I think she is a phenomenal writer. I've only read 2 of her books. This is my 3rd of her book, and it's already shaping up to be a high star. I mean, we're only 130 pages in. We're not going to get too ahead of ourselves. But if it continues the way it is continuing, it's going to be another 5-star read, which means I have given all of, if this does turn out to be a 5-star read, every book I've read by Taylor Jenkins Reid will be a 5-star read. And I don't know if I've ever given, I mean, if it's a series, then I've probably given like 5 stars to all books, or like 4 stars. But I don't know if I've ever given 5 stars to an author for like all of their books, if they're not a series. So yeah. Also, this light is doing wonders for my eyes. For once you can actually see that they're green, not blue. I really like my eyes. This is a tangent. But yeah, I'm going to continue reading. And I will probably talk to you in the morning. Because I'm thinking I'm going to go crawling to bed. And no one needs to see me in my hovel, essentially. So I will talk to you in the morning. I said I wasn't going to update you from my bed. That was a lie. I am just about 200 pages into Evelyn Hugo, and oh my giddy aunt, if it wasn't for the fact that I'd done like a lot of physical work today and I'm really tired, I would be staying up all night to finish this book, because I need to know. I'm onto her fourth husband. Like, it's split into like sections of her 7 husbands, I think. I presume it's her 7 husbands and maybe a bit at the end. But I'm onto her 4th husband. I've read 3. Get it right. 3 husbands. And wow. Yeah, what I was saying in my last clip about this becoming another 5-star read from Taylor Jenkins Reid is accurate. I mean, I don't think it's going to go downhill in the next 200 pages of this book, which means that if the next 200 pages are as good as the first 200, I will have a new favourite book. Because this is... I say new favourite book. It would be tied with Daisy Jones and the Six. Actually, I can't say if they would replace my current top spot of The Outsiders by S.E. Hinton, because that book meant so much to me when I read it for the first time as a teenager. But like, for adult books, these two are tied top. Because Taylor Jenkins Reid, boy does she know how to write characters that I care about and stories that I'm invested in. I have read some incredible books this year, like some truly incredible books. And yet, these ones still come out on top. And yes, I even think these are better than The Song of Achilles. I am one of those people who doesn't have Song of Achilles in their top books. It was a 5-star read, but it's not one of those books that's going to go down in history for me. I mean, it has gone down in history, because it's still wildly popular 10 years later. But just for me personally, I think it's because I won't say I wasn't invested in characters, because I was, and Patroclus is... I've gone on a tangent. But something about it just didn't wow me as much as it could have done. But now is time for sleep. I will talk to you again in the morning. Good morning. It is now Monday. When the last time I spoke to you, it was Sunday night. But my job for today, as much as I want to just sit and read, I can't. I've got empty bookshelves. And a box of, excuse all the mess on the floor, I've actually got 3 boxes of books to put onto 2 different shelves. So that's my task for today. Hopefully I get it right, because these are my partner's books that I'm putting away, not my own. Because as you've seen, if you've watched any other of my videos, I've already got my shelves up. So, yeah, better get on with the job at heart. Nope, better get on with the job at hand. In a bit. Good afternoon. I have completed putting the books on the bookshelves. I would have videoed it, but there was a lot of trying to sort out series and work out what books my partner didn't have in those series, and it turns out he has a lot of unfinished series, which is really annoying. But I've just sat down, I've just had lunch, I have a cup of tea and a Kit Kat. And I'm gonna sit and read whilst I have that. I'm gonna try and finish this today. I think I can. There's only 200 pages left, and it's a really fast-paced, or I'm finding it very fast-paced. Like, the way it's written, it reads quickly. I'm also gonna wash my hair, because you could deep fry chips in my hair at the moment. It's so greasy. So, which means we'll also do some reading in the bath, and that just sounds luxurious to me. I love reading in the bath. I used to think it was one of those things that was going to end in disaster, but I have spent most of this year reading in the bath, and there's just something so good about it. So I'm gonna sit, I'm gonna read this. That really hurt, ouch. I just hit myself in the face with the book. But yeah, I'm gonna sit and read that, and I will, once I've got a few more pages in, I will keep you updated on what I think of it. Good morning. So I said I would update you yesterday with my reading, but it turns out I didn't do any reading yesterday. Well, I did like 20 pages, but not enough happened in those 20 pages to discuss it. But I've now read like another 100 pages, so I'm on 260 pages. Okay, so maybe it was only like 60 pages, but still, it's a good amount. Oh my god, Taylor Jenkins Reid has me hooked. I need to know what happens. So I'm gonna have some food, and then I'm gonna finish this book, because I've obviously got 130 pages left. So that's a couple of hours reading, probably. And I've put today aside just to read, because I've got people coming into my house tomorrow to do work, and I need to relax today. And then once I finish that, I'm debating on whether to read Beautiful World, Where Are You? Or Hamnet. I'm thinking I'm going to read this whilst it's still being hyped up. And because I've heard some amazing things, and then Hamnet will be my read after that. I'm also trying to work out what books I want to read for October. I will definitely want to read Dracula, I know that, but that's going to be like my end of the month read, so it's like right around Halloween. I think I'm going to read The Secret History by Donna Tartt. So that's 2 books, and Hamnet will probably cross over into October, so that's technically 3 books. If Hamlet takes me long to read, it depends on how long these 2 take me to read. I've got so many books, but a lot of them are like summary books. Oh, I've just seen Doing Time. I'll probably do that as well, because that feels like it will be a good autumnal read. But yeah, I'm going to finish my cup of tea, wait for my food to cook, have my food, and then get to reading again. And I will catch up with you, hopefully, once I've finished The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. I've just finished reading Evelyn Hugo about 5 minutes ago. Wow. So it's official. Taylor Jenkins Reid could hit me with a bus, and I would thank her. She is such a good writer. She could probably publish her shopping list, her to-do list, and I'd be interested. But yeah, I now have a new favourite book. New favourite adult book. Nothing is going to beat The Outsiders for me, because that book is just so near and dear to my heart. But, like, without nostalgia attached to it, I have a new favourite book. I did not see that twist coming at all. I cried. I cried a hell of a lot. Everyone should be glad that is not on camera, because it was not pretty. I'm trying to think of how I can say my feelings without giving spoilers, and I can't. Harry was my favourite husband of hers. I can say that because, I mean, once you start reading it, he's one of the husbands. He was my favourite. There is no character in the book that I didn't like. Usually in, like, books, there is always one character that I'm like, a bit like, I suppose Grace in it, but she's a very small character. But, like, all of, like, the big cast of the book, I suppose to call them cast. It was weird to call a book cast, but yeah, I'm rambling. Incredible. If you haven't read it and you were thinking about reading it, please read it, because wow, just wow. But now I've started reading Beautiful World. There we go. Beautiful World, Where Are You? I'm a chapter in, so I don't really have any opinions on it yet. But I'm gonna have some pizza. I'm gonna watch some YouTube, and then pick this up after I've kind of let myself sit after finishing the other book, so I don't get too confused with the two of them. I will catch up with you either later this evening or tomorrow. Good morning! I have put makeup on today, and I would say I've done my hair. I went out to the shop and it is windy in Scotland today, so it's a bit messy, but it's up. I've put on a nice outfit. I'm not just in my comfies. I don't know why. I updated you yesterday saying I was about to start reading Beautiful World, Where Are You? I have read 70 pages. Wow, it has more talk of politics in it than I was expecting. But then I've read Sally Rooney's work. I should have known what I was in for. I was trying to get to 100 pages last night, like whilst I was reading in bed. But it took too much brain power to think about the politics and understand what was being said in the story. It's a very interesting talk on politics and the way the world runs, though. I will give that to Sally Rooney. She really is good at talking about that kind of thing. But I hope to get another 100 pages read today at least. Because then that would take me kind of past halfway in the book. I want to sit and read now, but I've got someone to come in to sweep my chimney. And I don't really want to settle into a book when I know I've got someone coming, because I don't like being interrupted. So I'm going to wait for him to come and sweep my chimney and go, and then I'm going to sit and read for the rest of the day. Good afternoon, it's now afternoon. Just got back from the shop. I did go and get fizzy drink. My chimney's been swept. Oh my god, so much stuff came out of it, but I've just made the mistake of going out to the shop, seeing that it's raining, wearing my glasses. So now I've got dots in front of my eyes. I mean, glasses have been around long enough now that someone should have developed something so that you can wear your glasses in the rain and still see. But yeah, I'm gonna have some lunch. I think I'm gonna have some southern fried chicken and be an absolute child. And then I'm sitting and reading for the rest of the day because I've got nothing else to be doing. So yeah, I'm standing, like, strategically standing here, because here, when you see the background, it doesn't look messy. The kitchen has become like my dumping ground of the move. Actually, I've got many dumping grounds, but like the kitchen is the one that I need to use that has become a dumping ground, because like as long as I can get to the oven, the fridge and the kettle, that's all that matters. Like, the dining room table is covered in stuff, because when I'm here by myself, there's no point me sitting at the table. I might as well just sit on the sofa and stuff my face. But yeah, I'm going to cook some food. I'm going to drink my Dr. Pepper, because I'm one of those weird people who loves Dr. Pepper. And then hopefully I can get a large amount of, what's it called, Beautiful World, Where Are You done? I've also listened to a hell of a lot of Cersei today. But I'm definitely going to have to buy the hardback version, because I've seen what the book looks like underneath the dust cover, and it's all embossed and foiled, and any hardback that has patterns like on the actual hardback, if it's like shiny, I want it, because I am weak to that. Good evening. I look really tired because I am really tired. Oh, can I do this? Yes. I have read more of Beautiful World, Where Are You? And it has turned out to be a lot more adult than I was expecting. There is a lot more steamy content in it than I thought there would be. But as per usual, Sally Rooney's writing is just incredible. I am struggling, or I was at the beginning struggling to understand when people were speaking, because I think in normal people it's like still split up into like separate lines, where in this it is literally just all in the paragraph. It's kind of almost like a weird third person stream of consciousness. It's the only way I can describe it. Like the only punctuation is commas and full stops. And like the way the sentences lead on to each other, you kind of don't notice that the punctuation's there, you just kind of continue reading. I'm not sure that makes sense because I'm tired, but yeah. So I'm now going to go to sleep. I will talk to you in the morning, because I plan on finishing this book tomorrow. And then moving on to the next book. I'm determined to try and read as many books as I can in September. This is my 6th book of the month. I'm also listening to Cersei by Madeline Miller as an audiobook. And so technically that makes it 7. So this might be my most productive reading month ever, because the most I've ever read at this point is 6 books in a month. But yeah, I've really been enjoying reading at the moment, so I'm gonna hold on to it while it's here. But for now, good night, and I will talk to you in the morning. Good morning. My hair, as per always, is doing its own thing. I need to re-dye it because my roots are really bad. But I just can't be bothered, as bad as it is. But my hair is not why I've picked up my phone to talk. This book is so good. It's a lot more adult than I was expecting. I don't know why. I think it's because, I mean, Normal People does have some steaminess to it, some steamy scenes. But one of the chapters really caught me off guard, because it went from talking about politics to talking about porn. And that was just like really sudden, like to go from one chapter to the next. But I guess that is how life goes. I'm on page 182. I'm about to sit and continue reading it. This is my 3rd day of reading it, and I'm probably going to finish it today because I have nothing else to do. Good evening. I forgot to film during the day because I was just in my brain.exe does not exist. I was just like wrapped in a blanket, looking a bit like a gremlin reading my book. I wanted to be done with this goddamn book by now. I've got less than 100 pages left though, so I'm going to sit and read them now. But once I've read this, I'm probably going to go straight to bed or start on my next book. I've decided not to read The Picture of Dorian Gray. I'm going to read a romance. Yeah, I'll give you my thoughts and feelings in the morning when I can put together a coherent thought. Because I can't do that at the moment. So, good night for now. I will see you in the morning. Good evening. It is now Friday. I have finished the Sally Rooney book. I'm not going to give too many details on it because I'm going to be doing my wrap up soon. But I really liked it. I think if you're between like 20 and 30, you should definitely read it because it's just a really good reminder that life isn't actually too shit. And last night I said I wasn't going to read Picture of Dorian Gray, I was going to read a romance. And then I started this instead of the romance I was going to read. But yeah, this is gorgeous. Like, I don't want to read it because it's so gorgeous. I also had a special edition of We Were Villains, If We Were Villains turn up with like black sprayed edges, and it's signed. So once I finished Felix Ever After, that is going to be my next read to like kick me off into reading for autumn properly. Because it's starting to actually feel like autumn now. So yeah, I'm going to continue reading this. I'm only 30 pages in, so I can't really give too much insight at the moment. The 30 pages were good, but it could all go downhill. So I'm going to do that. Actually, I'm going to have some dinner first, and then I'm going to do that. Sorry, I didn't update you earlier. I had errands to run, which wasn't fun. I hate having to go into town, but here we are. It was nice and sunny, so that was a plus. But yeah, I'll update you in a bit. Good morning. It is now Sunday. I missed Saturday, and because I just didn't feel like it. I am currently reading, I'll go get them, Felix Ever After and If We Were Villains. Today is my last day of filming this, and we're back to that'll be my week. It'll be Monday to Monday pretty much, I think. But I'm a decent way into Felix Ever After. I am supremely enjoying If We Were Villains. But I'm trying to pace myself on it because if I don't, I know I'm going to read it in a day. And I won't actually take it in, so I'm being good. But I'm thoroughly enjoying both at the moment. I mean, they're both very different. What I've been reading, I am now well over halfway into Felix Ever After. I'm going to finish this book today because the drama is juicy, and there's nothing I can say without spoiling it. But I have so many questions. None of them have been answered, which means that it's got like 140 pages to answer these questions, which means that the drama is only going to get better from now, and I'm so excited. This month has been like solid for reading. Like I can't believe how good everything I've read is. But on that note, I'm probably gonna end this video here because I'm running out of time or space on my phone. And finish this, and then it will be included in my wrap up, which will be coming very, very soon because we're at the end of the month. So I hope you've enjoyed whatever this is. It's terrible, but you know, we'll iron the creases out as we go. I will plan on doing another one of these at some point and hopefully get better at it. Maybe my plan is to do like a weekend rather than a full week. That's probably a better idea. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.